A story can be driven by so many things. Goals, fear, dreams, and desires. But it's always moved by its heroes. So, what story shall we tell today?
Hello, and welcome to The Table Is Yours, a role-playing adventure show where a bunch of friends sit around a table and through Discord to play Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
Woo! Yeah. Woo. No one else likes playing this game?
Yeah!
Right. I am your lovely DM, your GM, your friend, Con Riley. My pronouns are they, them. And before we go around to say hello to everybody, my fun fact I'll share first is Go Birds. We are recording this currently on the day of the Super Bowl, and most of us are from Philadelphia. So everyone at the table, I don't care if you are or aren't, and you're allowed to say if you're not from Philadelphia or you don't support, but you have to say Go Birds. That's the important thing. And for everybody watching this, because this will probably come out months later, you know our fate. You know, our fate is in your hands. You know what happens to us. So
Save us.
yeah, so
The fated fate's fate.
Either way, Philly is wild.
yeah, right. Hopefully it's good things, but you know our fate, so if we're about to get real sad, you'll know. Either way.
And if there's like buildings that burned, you also know about that.
I just want to say too, as a Philadelphian, I am an LGBTQ plus person. I usually don't care about sports, but I do care about Philly, so there you go.
Fair enough.
Anyway, let's start with our flying friends.
Hey!
Fly Eagles
fly.
Fly Eagles fly, go
You could have
birds.
said feathery friend.
Feathery
Feathery
flying
friends.
friends that love furries. Lexi.
Oh my god.
Hi, my name is Lexi May. I use she, her pronouns. I play one, the human artificer. You can find me on Be Real with Lexi May. Help you. Go Birds. Let me get a good take of that. Go Birds!
Insert just like an eagle screech.
Oh, yes, with lots of reverb.
Yes, absolutely.
Hi, I'm Andrew. I play Wash. My pronouns are he, him. Also, Go Birds. That's it. Yeah.
Where can we find you?
Nowhere.
Yeah.
On the field, on the football field.
Okay.
You can find me at the 20, at the 30.
Touchdown! We don't know anything about sports.
I do.
I don't know anything about sports.
It's like, why do I ever?
Just love guys chasing balls, you know what I mean?
Right.
Hi, I'm Sydney. My pronouns are she, her, as are codexes. I play Codex Go Birds Sayori. Sorcerer, fighter, wild magic connoisseur. I will continue. What?
Sorry, continue.
Fighter?
No.
No, I did not say flighter.
No, she said Fluffinator.
What?
The Fluffinator Codex.
That's her skinball team.
I
I'll listen back. I don't know what I said. Anyway, yeah.
Here's what I will promise. If the Eagles lose, or if they win, it's just like Philadelphia, it'll burn. No, but if the Eagles win or lose, I will make one of the skinball teams you guys face off in the skinball tournament of this campaign.
just eagles.
the Eagles.
And they're just birds.
I'll throw in all of them. I'll throw in all of the most well-known good Eagles. Like I'll throw in McNabb. I'll throw in Vince Papali. They're all.
They call me Hurts because I'm gonna kick your ass.
They're all druids who can only wild shape
Eagles.
We don't want to make them Aarakocra.
Yeah.
That's a Patreon subscriber thing. It's just a game of skinball against the Philadelphia Eagles.
That's it. And it's the actual Philadelphia Eagles. They travel in.
They Discord in. Like, I just
Yes.
tweet at them for too long, and they're like, fine, fuck it. I don't know what this is, but we're gonna do it. And then they're just here, and they're like, what the fuck is this?
And then they whoop our ass.
It's like in Futurama with the Harlem Globetrotters.
And
I said fantasy football and only Andrew laughed, but it's fine.
Shut up.
I like it. No, that's good.
Wait, so do you have more?
Hi, I'm Rebecca. I play Isabella Ballador, Tiefling Paladin Bard. Fun fact, I am being held at gunpoint.
That is
and
not true.
I have one thing to say, and it is Go Birds.
Hi, I'm Vic. I play Resident Rat Boy Terrence Estatus. My fun fact today... Oh, wait, my pronouns are they, them. And my fun fact today is Go Birds. Also, I'm from Pittsburgh originally, so I'm making a lot of people angry with this. But,
Good.
I said to Heather earlier today that I support the Eagles for football, and I support the Penguins
No!
for hockey. It's a very tumultuous relationship that I have with the two cities in Pennsylvania.
You're telling me you choose the Pisser Pangus over
that's
Gritty?
I love Gritty. Don't
No,
get
you
me
don't.
wrong,
You're a liar.
But
You're a liar.
I
You're
just,
a liar.
I just,
He knows.
Okay, I get it.
He
but I
watches
love
you when you're
Pisser
sleeping.
Pangus.
He kills you when you're awake.
I enjoy the Pisser Pangus. Sorry.
Wow.
Damn.
They got wrecked last night, so good.
My poem to you is: Gritty watches you while you sleep. He kills you when you're awake. Fiddly, fiddly, fiddly. Gritty loves a cheesesteak.
That's good. That's good.
Bars.
That's good. And now that's canon.
Hey everybody, I'm Heather Alexandria Lore. I play Shay Erebos. You can find me on Instagram at Land of Lore or kind of any social media, honestly. And I'm from California, but go birds.
Yeah! And of course, you can follow us everywhere at TTIYDND through a very variety range of different social media: Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, YouTube. Support us on Patreon if you so wish. That'd be greatly appreciated.
Find my LinkedIn.
Yeah.
Find us
My
all on
LinkedIn still
LinkedIn.
says I work in Pennsylvania.
But yeah, again, follow us anywhere, TTIYDND. But with that, let us get into a recap of what happened last episode on The Table Is Yours.
What story shall be sung today? One can never know how the melody might sound. Our adventurers have already begun to pluck the strings of their story, and their combined composition is unfolding like a road before us.
Sorry for my voice, guys, but I was up crying last night because of the visions of Guy and Terrence and everyone else, but I'm going to do my best. Codex let me sleep in her hammock, which was kind, and Terrence tried to sleep but was bombarded with dreams about their father being shredded to pieces in the wilds by a beast. And the beast is what Casimir told us we have to look for in the wilds. So Terrence isn't feeling the best about that. None of us are, actually. And while we were trying to sleep, Shay was putting money under all of our pillows as an "I'm sorry I stole from you, even though you don't know I did." And one was putting money outside of Codex's room as an "I'm sorry I shorted your pay after the first mission we had together." So Codex woke up to a lot of money when she went to get Wash and go for a run. And then she led him to her favorite bakery in the third, and they had a really solid chat with each other that even led to Wash opening up a little bit and telling Codex that his parents are dead and that he's kind of on the run from a gang of people with teeth tattoos on their hands. Totally normal stuff. And after breakfast, we all got teleported to the wilds and told to find two people in black leathers that were other contacts of the Demardas. Not very specific. And while we were trying to do that, we got attacked by a chimera. We held our own and fought pretty well together. But Codex kind of exploded again after she cast something. And she made one fly, which I guess was harmless. But yeah, we defeated the chimera and the people in black leathers approached. Howl, Rush, and Willow. They were kind of pissed that we were there, and Rush was even more pissed that we took his kill. I guess they're like hired monster hunters. Willow took us to their camp and we started to debrief. It doesn't seem like this is going to go very well.
So as you guys get to this encampment, it's not really an encampment. It really is just like what looks like 3 tents and some bedrolls and like a right, currently lulled out fire. It's probably about 11 a.m. It hasn't been too long because you guys left at like 9.
Right.
But yeah, you guys kind of come along to this like riverbank and their like little encampment. As you watch, you're still with Shay, or you're Shay. You're still with Shay.
I'm still with
You're
Shay.
still with Howl.
Yep.
Yeah, you're still with Howl as you kind of like go up to wherever he might be resting in this place, and then Rush and Willow kind of just like go up to like probably what they set up as like little logs to sit by where the fire is. As you just watch, Rush goes to sit down, and you see he pulls out what looks like this type of like log that he starts writing into, and Willow sits down to kind of like take off some of the leather she was wearing and kind of like fashion not only just some of her armor, but as well as she takes out what looks like this kind of like long knife that she starts to kind of pull out a little whetstone to sharpen.
Is the fire lit?
No.
Terrence kind of looks around and is like, is anybody gonna fucking say anything, or is this gonna be, am I gonna be the one to bite the bullet here?
I think you're gonna be the one.
Yes, please.
So, are we gonna talk about what the goal is here, or what?
You watch as like Willow kind of like she pulls down her sunglasses a bit to look at you. Oh yeah, almost as if she completely forgot you were there.
Right. I have that effect on people.
But she kind of says, "What have you been told by Lady D'Amata? Correct?"
Yeah. That there's a beast out here that is tearing people to ribbons, and we are here to take care of it. Or help other people take care of it.
Well, damn, such a way with words. Rush says as he's like kind of like looks up from writing something in a little notebook.
Issa says, "Don't be an ass."
Do you say that, or does she give a look of that?
Issa says, "Don't be an ass."
Rush does not even look up from the fucking journal. He's like,
Good.
Issa was a bitch today.
Rush's burn book.
Issa
is a fugly bitch.
What does she fucking know, loser?
Issa is a hot bitch.
Issa is hot. Issa is enchanting.
Enchanting.
I don't know much given on that, was it?
No.
She kind of like, you watch her, she kind of like lifts her face up and like, it's weird to be like, she eye rolls, but like, I guess all you see is her like eyelids twitching because she doesn't have irises nor pupils. So she like, it looks like she eye rolls and like kind of like shakes her head just very slightly like back and forth for a second, seemingly like annoyed. She then kind of like, she looks over to Rush and Rush then like stops. This is time you see Rush stops writing and like looks over to her, a little smirk on his face of like, what the fuck? Like, as she just kind of sighs, brings her hands to the bridge of her nose and just, okay, well, we'll start with basics. What do you know about the wilds?
How about you just fucking tell us? Because we're here to help you, and I'm tired of this shit.
Go ahead. She points across the riverbank. Go find it.
Are you fucking idiot?
Am I?
Apparently.
Why is that?
Because we are here to assist you. In some way, shape, or form. If you don't want our help, I'm just gonna go fucking back.
Well, we don't want your help, so...
Alright, deuces.
Where are you going?
I'm going to walk the opposite direction.
Rush says, anybody else going, or...?
Yeah, I mean, if you guys don't want help, then I'm just gonna turn on my heel.
They might not want help, but they need it.
Rush, again, like, looks at Easton, like, thins his eyes.
While Wash is going on his tirade, I definitely, like, cross my arms and sit back, and you can't see it because the armor's on, but there's the biggest smirk. And then she's like, yeah! Say it.
Go off. Yes, king.
I have terrible survival, so this is bad.
I also have really bad survival.
We're going to die.
I love it. Try to do stealth so you can just like creep in our like camp shadow.
One kind of like sits a little bit more upright. I look to Rush and I say, "You seem like the type that views a job as a job as a job."
Congratulations.
We're just here to do a job. We didn't get informed. We don't know what's going on. We're here to help. If you don't want our help, we'll just go back, but we're trying to do a job.
He just sighs. Now, here's what I will say. I appreciate your honesty. We, gesturing to Willow and back to him, did not ask for anyone to help us. We are doing a favor for Fiora.
We're hired by Fiora, so we're in the same boat. Just somebody told us to do this. We're here. If you really don't want us, we'll go back and we can tell her that's the intel we got. Get out of your hair.
He inhales as he's about to say something, and then he stops, and then he looks to Willow, and then looks back to you. Well, if Fiora asks you to come here, we can't just say no. However, I'm not babysitting, as he kind of points back to Codex and Wash walking away.
Wash!
What?
Can you come back? Please? I need you.
Are they going to fucking share information?
Hopefully.
Rush is this probably quiet enough that how far are Wash and
I
Codex?
probably didn't get that far.
Like 15 feet.
Yeah.
15, 20.
Still probably
However
far enough
long
that
it would
That's-
take to walk away from during that conversation.
Luckily enough, 15, 20 feet is still far enough for Rush to say quietly enough that he says, my fucking god. Like, or, fucking gods, this guy's an asshole.
That I hear?
No, you don't hear that.
Okay.
You and Codex, maybe Codex would, but probably not.
With my huge ears.
20 feet
That's
away?
my boyfriend.
He's not going, my fucking gods, though that guy's an asshole. Like, he's saying, like, Lexi could stand by that window and I could say something and she couldn't hear it, so I'm like, no way here.
I could be right next to you. Safe with me?
Safe for me? Yeah, do you turn around?
Yeah, I'm coming back.
Do you just follow Watch?
She probably like stops when one yells back, and as Wash kind of like passes her to head back, she'll like turn and like just fall into step next to him, and she'll just say like probably loud enough for Rush to hear, "Don't worry, I think he's just territorial."
For not loud enough for Codex to hear, but probably the people around says, and his pet. Spicy. Remember that just because you were asked to help them doesn't mean they want to help you. Like,
I'm gonna get this guy killed.
good luck.
I know, I was like, you could
He's
try.
Oh, he's a werewolf.
No, he's the strongest one out of the three of them. He old.
Damn. The most annoying ones have to live forever.
They're just sick
All
of
my
everyone's
D&D
shit.
characters.
Yeah.
The most clever is Willow.
Clearly.
Hal has his own things, but those are secrets. That leave
Yeah.
As you both disgruntledly, I guess, come back, Willow just like kind of like she doesn't have as much tenacity as Rush seems to have, and she just kind of like, if she was more facing Rush, you kind of watch. She kind of like turns to face Codex and Wash, even though she's speaking to the room. I know you're not in a room, but speaking to the room. Okay, I'll ask again. What do you know about the wilds? It is an important question that could help you in this journey.
Not much.
Wash is about to say something and just stops.
Unfortunately, the Berg doesn't like to talk about the wilds.
I know the Beck doesn't like to talk about the wilds, but it doesn't mean people don't know things. If you don't know anything, fine. We'll just have to start at a very low step. If you do, you do. All of the information is beneficial to this mission.
Issa would know stuff about the wilds because of Elise, but I don't, like, Rebecca doesn't know, about the wilds.
From what you know with Elise is you know that her upbringing was really rough. She lived in a very poor area, and very similar to when you guys were in Silkfell, there is this hesitation towards Bergian people, or just the Berg in general. Yeah. What you would know, the big thing you would know, is, and what I'll say is like everybody kind of knows this. You know this more because of Issa. So feel free, Rebecca, to make things up as we go along, or like just make an assumption, and I'll tell you if it's right or wrong, or like not if right's wrong, if it's okay, or if it's like there are very dangerous creatures in the wilds, very like dangerous. I don't want to say like I feel like I keep saying beast, but like they're like these like beasts. Beast. There's these beasts in the wilds, and if you don't know where you're going in the wilds, you could potentially fall into a place where you're in like in a den. Like that was most likely a chimera den.
Yeah.
Within that context clues from what Rush said about like we were hunting the family. Mm-hmm. The other thing about the wilds is obviously there's bad people everywhere, but there's this kind of like level of like do not trust what you see. And that means people, that means places, that means nouns. Yeah, things. No, but like don't trust people necessarily. Do not trust what you're seeing in the wilds. Do not trust like a fucking rat, or not a rat, but like a fucking fox could be some type of like strange creature in disguise. Who knows? It's not like the Feywild. It's not like that. But it's just like it's a more lawless land. Where there's obviously safety within the walls of the Berg. Obviously, there's people that are in the alleyways are going to try to like stab you and take your money. But like, it's it has that big idea of like the danger of the great outdoors, but like times whatever number, right?
Yeah. On a fantasy scale.
Right, exactly. So the reason why they're saying that is because what you can assume with what Willow's mentioning is she's like, Rush, me, we know how to navigate the wilds. Do you? Question mark? Or will you potentially walk and then here in comes an eagle that picks up the bunny and she's gone? Like, do you know what I mean?
More than likely.
Go birds.
Go birds.
Birds.
I let it happen, and I go like this as I get
Yeah,
carried
go
away.
bird. Fly, eagles, fly.
Take me to the touchdown.
It's like what she means, like there's this level of like of heightened awareness of like when you're walking around in the wilds that she's assuming you don't have, and she wants, or you might. She's asking. She's like, what do you know about the wilds? What do you like? That's kind of what she means, which I know is something you could have all inferred, but just to give you words to kind of like latch onto.
Yeah.
There probably are parts south of here is the Russet Waste, but I don't know if you know much about the Russet Waste, but where there are like large like wastes and or desert, I probably am going to put in like those like dune sandworms.
Cool.
So like it's crazy.
Beetlejuice sandworms.
Yeah, basically.
Yes.
Isa would just kind of look at Willow and Rush and just very, straightforwardly say, like, I had a friend that grew up in the wilds. She didn't talk about it that much. I only have a base understanding that things are not as they seem, and that I know I can't navigate here without someone who knows the area.
Fucking finally, someone can admit it. Rush says and kind of shakes his head. Like, all right, the rest of you? She probably gives Rush a look, but then turns to say that.
We got thrown into the wilds. We got out pretty fast. I don't think any of us have been here much longer than that.
And we didn't run into much.
Okay, well, good to know. So, obviously there is populace in the wild, so there are places that are inhabited, safe. But when you're in places like even the Midnora Pass, there are going to be dangers. And as hunters, both of us, gesturing to Rush, we are more aware of what the wilderness of the wilds could bring. Hence why we thought it was just going to be a 2-person mission to find out more or potentially slay this beast. And then we've gotten that one thrown in and kind of points over to Howl, who's standing next to Shay. When she kind of like shifts focus to Howl, you've known Howl to be very like confident in what he says, but he does seem a little like shaken. Not that he's like scared, but he's like, yes, yes. Our friend here has given us a bit more knowledge about the beast that we didn't even really know. So that all combined, this is a very dangerous position to be in. So I'm sorry if I'm looking at all of you that seem to be very well covered by your high-rise buildings that shadow everything for you. This is not a playground. And if we want to get through this safely, I'd rather know what you guys are good at and what you can handle.
Is that a cue to list off our strengths and weaknesses for you?
She kind of chuckles a bit.
2 truths and a lie.
Yes, I love that.
I broke my arm in 2nd grade.
I have green
I
eyes.
have green eyes, and I have a serum that makes me 8 feet tall. Which one's the lie? I never broke my arm.
I didn't bring my
Well, I'll just start from where we're going. We are going currently to a town past the Midnora Pass that is known as Carpetit. We heard that outside of Carpetit there have been a couple of instances of this case of ribbons, right? And what I mean by that is someone goes out at night, no one finds them, a few days later they find what looks like probably the remains as if they were decorated to be on a ballerina's tutu.
So like in a circle? But they're not arranged in any sort of way or anything, right?
No, they're not like decorations, but I would say usually they're found in a pile as if they've been slinked and dropped.
Okay.
Bloodless, too.
I would say that when they're like bloodless too, Kodak probably gets a look on her face that's like slight confusion and then extreme worry, and then she like goes back to like neutral.
So we were gonna go up to carpet it, see what information we could find out, and then try to track the beast. Are you supposed to be slaying it with us?
Our mission is just to find out more information, slay it if we can, but also we're not experts here. We're not putting ourselves in danger if we don't have to, and also if our existence puts you in danger, we don't want to get in your way either.
Noted. Appreciated.
And well said.
Shut the fuck up. No.
I don't see it, but one looks at me angrily.
It's definitely like the, you can't see the head turn, but the eyes, if you could look at the X-ray into the arm, it's like...
Yeah. She kind of looks over to Rush and says, we're going to pack up here and we're going to go across the river. And we will continue towards Carpet. For information about this beast, and they're obviously you can hear the tone of my voice, but just in case it's not being translated well, she also seems to be kind of like annoyed of the situation. You can't tell if Rush is obviously at you. You can't tell if it's at you or at just the situation in general of what she's what's going on. But she kind of gestures to Howl. Yeah, so a bit of info that I know is it seems that throughout, I couldn't even tell you, at least 30 years back, if not more, there have been reports of this happening to people, usually to people from the Berg. So whatever this beast is, it's been prowling this land for a very long time. Notably, it's been happening a lot to Bronze Volgards. And you kind of see, like, as pale as he is, he gets a little paler as he kind of is like... What I found out when being in the wilds is, it seems like the Bronze Volgard was sent out to investigate a place that was already affected by this beast. So...
This is Howl, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
As soon as he mentions that, she's going to put her hand on his shoulder, just like to console him a bit.
So, all I know is this is something that has been terrorizing the land for a long time. And I have a feeling it doesn't stick to just the wilds. There are similar incidents, not ribbons necessarily, but similar happenings that I have found reports on in the Berg as well as in the Grove. I haven't heard anything about Ongoris, but the other three, yes. I don't know why we would need this many people here, and I don't... You watch as like his eyes kind of flip the shaven back. I just don't know why we would need this many people here, and I didn't realize that other people were looking for it. I thought this was a solo thing. So this is all very... out of bounds for me.
I mean, do you really think that this is the kind of thing one person could take down?
I wasn't going to take it down. I was going to find out more information myself.
Fair enough.
If you think genuinely that we are going to be a detriment to this, we can hold posts somewhere and just be the in-between.
And he like is about to say something as Rush goes, well, it's not his decision, so... And it's like, as he's like packing up.
Oh my god, this guy
Look,
sucks.
Our job, like, kind of like loud enough that it kind of, I'm trying to like talk kind of to Rush too, to be like, our job is just to get information. If we are genuinely being an issue, we can post up in a town for a few nights while you get information and just be that middle person.
Right.
As long as we get information to Fiora, we did our job. We don't have to be the one interfering with your job.
I just think, as Willow kind of like interjects the entire conversation, I think, here's what we'll do. We'll go to Carpet, see what information we can find out. If there's anything information that you do get there that you can then go back to Fiora to relay, do that. If she sends you back, she sends you back, and we'll deal with that when we have to. That way you're not getting in our way, and yeah. That way you're not getting in our way.
Alright.
And then you'll also have a safe guide through the rest of the Midnora Pass. Shouldn't be that long. We'll probably get to Carpet by nightfall.
Excellent.
Okay.
By your lead.
If anyone's looking at Issa, she is like healing herself. She's like fully bleeding. She's been like, we're sitting at the campfire. Issa's just like bleeding. Like,
It's fine. I think I'm also pretty heavily injured.
Yeah, I know at the end of the fight, Issa asked if anyone, like, how everyone was feeling, and I think everyone was like, oh, I'm good. Like, she always is, her intention mostly is to, like, heal other people first, but I think everyone said they were good, so she's just healing herself right now.
I'm not bleeding, but I could be better.
Yeah, same. It's not
okay, well, I'm
a little singed.
How are you looking?
I'm not good.
I'm above half.
How's everybody looking?
I could be better. Terrence looks one level exhausted.
Oh, well, that. Shut the fuck up about that. I can't fix that.
We're used to this.
I'm not doing that great, one.
Is everybody just rough right now?
Yeah, we could be worse, we could be better.
When you say that, Shay just like dusts off some like ash that was built up.
Yeah.
I said Issa still looks the hottest, but damage-wise, she probably looks the worst. I have 17 out of 48.
So as we're probably all they're packing up now, like actively.
They're probably almost done.
Okay. I come up to you, and like I'm about to reach my hand out, and I like kind of pause for a second. Do you want me to treat your wounds?
Oh, yeah. If you don't mind, that would be great. I don't know. Like, fire doesn't do a lot to me, but I took a lot of it because I was trying to stay in the thick of things, and it is kind of, and she has like, I think Issa's skin looks a little like, there's like pieces of it that are missing. Like, just, yeah, it is gross. There's pieces of her skin that are like a little missing from being so singed. Because if you remember, I think I rolled a nat 1 on my save.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. So I like definitely am taking in that. Do you like show her like the skin that is like?
Yeah, I think she's like, I don't know. It's hurting more than usual, and I don't know why, but typically I don't know. I'm just normally fire doesn't do anything to me, but
Yeah, she like kind of like reaches into like a pouch she has, and like you see on her hand, she like reaches out her hand and like kind of like embeds this vial with something and like sticks it into this like weird slot in her hand. Is it like where on your body is this singeing?
Right on boob.
it's right on my tit. No, I think some of her face is probably singed, and then like her chest, because she always wears her cloak, so like that probably helped a little bit, but I think she's getting hit she's tall. She's getting hit mostly like up here in this area.
It's like if it's on your face, I'm sorry that this is how she does it, but she kind of like gently caresses your face, and she's like, this may pinch for a second. And just as like the hand is on your face, like you feel like a needle kind of just like right into your face, as it doesn't like heal it completely, but like it's like it pricks it, and some like you feel like it's like the pain has subdued a little bit, and you heal. I'm gonna use a second one.
1 point.
So that comes out to 8.
You take 1 damage because the needle.
Because that's what my modifier gets to give me. You get 8 hit points back. But let's say like, and it doesn't like heal it like it's fixed. It's like the scarring is going to take a little bit of time, but it shouldn't hurt as much.
Oh, that I do feel better. Thanks.
Do you need more?
I can do some myself, actually. Like, if you don't want to, I don't know. You probably have limited.
She's very awkward. She's like, I can do more.
I love this.
Okay, maybe one more.
Terrence is watching. Like, what the fuck?
Terrence is bleeding behind Issa, like, what the fuck?
I was in line.
In line, yeah.
By the time that you finish healing her the first time, people are already starting to move and walk across the river. It's a shallow river, so you can just like walk. So the second one will probably be as like you're moving along. Unless it has to be.
Okay.
No. It's just casting Cure Wounds, truly.
Okay.
It's just how I flavor it. She kind of like goes through the process again.
Before you do that, what is our like Our walking order.
Shay's sticking with Howl. So
Okay, so Hal's probably near
the
the front. Rush and Willow will also be near the front.
I think Issa would be kind of near. Like, I don't know about one, but I think Issa would probably be up towards Rush and Willow.
I follow wherever you are because I'm trying to help you.
Yeah.
Okay, Codex, Terrence, and Vosh.
I'd probably be after them.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be in the back because I don't like them.
Staying distance.
Fair enough.
I would like to fall into step beside Howl.
Oh, good. Yeah. All right.
On the other side of Shay? Like the opposite side of where Shay... Like, Shay's on right, you're on left.
We're making a Howl sandwich. Yes.
Excellent.
So yeah, she kind of goes through the motions again, and probably this time, like if there's like someone on your like arm or something, she kind of like puts it on your arm as well, and then she pulls out her medical kit, and she's like, "This will just help with the burns a little bit," and she kind of like wraps, probably puts like a little bit of like a burn gel treatment kind of situation, like wraps it.
Icy hot.
It's icy hot.
Yeah.
Right, that's how you
Some
treat burns.
Neosporin.
Yeah.
And probably while she's doing it, she's like trying to talk to you, but it's very awkward, and she's like, your skin should heal better because it's resistant to... I'm also resistant to fire, and it heals pretty quick.
Oh. Thanks, one. I appreciate it. I know we haven't talked that much because we kind of, you know, you weren't really with the party when I met them, and then all of a sudden you were with the party, and then I want that to change because I think, I think a lot of your stuff is really impressive, like V2, and your armor looks great on you and also very functional. And I'm sorry that we haven't talked more. I think it was just, you know, I met the party and you weren't there, and then we got back to the guild and then you were there, but I didn't get a chance to talk to you, and now we're here. And I think we can talk to each other. But she's like stumbling over her words. She's like, I don't know, this is kind of awkward.
I like to think that Terrence is walking behind you, like kind of just like trying desperately to carry his stuff, and is listening to this conversation. He's like, Jesus Christ, not Jesus, Horace's name. You guys are impossible.
The awkward rat boy following the two awkward.
You can tell that she's like, oh god, I didn't expect this to go past.
I was gonna say instead of Jesus Christ, you could say, I was like, instead of Zahara's name, like something Fair Father, something like Fair Father's fuck. I was like, nope, don't do that.
Fair father's fuck.
I'm a sun god.
Sun's balls.
Absolutely, yes, canon.
By Zahara's balls.
You can tell that, like, she's like, oh, fuck, we're having a conversation, and I was not. I
didn't rehearse this.
I didn't rehearse this, and I'm a little stressed out about it. And the fact that you're also being awkward, she's like, oh no, no. Usually, I'm so used to other people carrying the conversation.
It's not.
Oh.
Yep.
You hear this kind of like, this like voice that kind of like twinges at the back of your neck, and you just hear, bring her to me.
She just kind of, like, she doesn't stop walking, but she's kind of, like, probably you catch her, like, kind of correcting herself in a way. Like, she's about to react to it, and then she's like, what the fuck? Like...
If you do what I saw on your face with you closing your eyes as you kind of wince, the moment you open your eyes, the sky looks red. You watch as almost to the left, like, if you guys are walking in this mountain pass, you watch as it looks like... Best way I can describe it is if you see Lord of the Rings, it's like that. But it looks like the world moves on a conveyor belt to you as almost like your vision like pulls the mountain, like a path up the mountain towards you to the top, where you see just like this like hum of red, and probably divine energy.
So Sauron's coming for you.
Basically.
Yep.
And you just hear the voice say to you, "You are close."
So close.
Fucking God! Hold on, yeah. Fuck you. But you hear it say that, and then you hear it say, to me. Bring. Bring the smith to cut my chain. Roll a wisdom save, please. Isa? This all happens in like a split second.
19 wisdom save.
You're so close to come to me, is what you heard
Okay.
from Starfire.
Right.
You got 19?
Yeah.
Okay, as your like vision kind of comes back to you after it says that to you, there does seem to be this like almost like red, like this red arcane hue of a path in front of you that you see like probably within 100 feet. It goes straight in front of you. You are on the same line of it as it then divots off to the left up the mountain.
Do I get the sense that we could circle back easily to get up the mountain at a later time?
After seeing this path, it does seem like the back of your shoulders, it's almost like a very intense, it's almost like two spectral, you don't see them, but it's this feeling of two large talons clawing on your shoulders. Go birds.
Go birds.
I just like the idea that you're like this scary voice in your head and you're like, yeah, I'm a little busy right now. Can I circle back to like your dark mission?
Can I take a message?
Can I take a message? Can't come to the phone right now. Why? Because I'm dead.
That all happens within a split second.
Yeah, as you...
Yeah, and then is it like gone?
No, you still see that path is in your vision.
And you feel this.
The path is still in the vision, and I still feel.
Yeah, it feels like what it feels like it feels like talons. The best way to describe it, but it feels like they have like 3 usually, right? 3? Yeah. It feels like maybe they're some type of like conical and or sharpened something feels to be digging into your shoulders at the front and back. The best way to describe it is if there's talons like latched into you, but they're like these big feelings of piercing into the fronts and backs of your shoulders.
Go birds.
Go birds.
Go birds.
You hear fuck the Chiefs. Like it's really
Jesus.
Got him. All right.
Got him.
dilly.
Not dilly.
Oh my god.
If we lose, people are gonna be like, these poor fuckers. Like, they're just gonna be like, those poor fuckers don't know what's coming.
But as you wince, one kind of is like...
Roll perception. Roll perception. I don't know if you notice the wince.
Okay.
Unless it's in a really intense wince. Unless he's
I mean, she is like healing her, so it could be like you react as if it's the pain of the wounds.
I got a 10, so it's middle of the road.
So, what'd you get for insight?
Or insight?
Perception.
It's like insight's better.
What'd you get for perception?
Perception, just 10.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know if you would notice that this wince is anything other than you healing her.
Oh, did I make it too tight? I'm sorry.
No. You. I don't know. There's like in the moment, like while this is all happening to her, she's kind of like, do you make things that protect the mind?
Make a wisdom save, but you feel like the claws dig in.
Natural 20.
Natural 20?
Yes.
You'll take half damage.
She's like, I have a tinfoil hat you can borrow.
The immediate, just middle finger.
It's a 26 with.
Yeah,
Nice.
you'll take half. You'll take 2 psychic damage.
It would take me more time and resources, but it's possible. It's a little bit more complicated than just, here's a strong shield, but protect your mind from what?
I'm still having visions. Like when I had the vision of my partner in White Castle.
Oh.
The faded face back up.
Tweaking out in white.
Pale Castle, whatever, in our house that Kaz gave us. Khan's like, I will get you.
You will die. 2 psychic damage in the wild.
17?
17. Okay, you saved, but you'll still take half. 1. 1 psychic damage. And
Just out of curiosity, how much did the second heal me for? While I start taking damage?
It was 16 total, 2 8s.
Okay, got it.
This time, you watch as you're still talking to one. It's almost like a vignette goes over your eyes that kind of like is this dark red that kind of like vignettes your eyes. And you just watch as like it's almost, the best way I can describe this is it's almost like Jinx's visions in Arcane, where you'll see like it's almost like this, like a red outline of something else is over top of Terrence, and you kind of watch as it looks like this other Terrence's head like and like turns around to look at you, and his head kind of like creaks and smiles, and he just looks very not good to look at, and you just kind of feel this kind of like burst in your heart of like anger seeing it, and then it kind of just like back to just like Terrence as that fades, but you still have the red vignette and the red path before you.
One like takes a moment to like process that information. If you think that the visions are being implanted in you, that's different than you reliving horrid situations. If it's implanted, yes, I can help you. I guess also if it's, do you want to forget things? Is this trauma?
Why would you want to forget things like losing your stupid fucking boyfriend, says one.
She like closes her eyes and like kind of wipes at one, and she's like, no, it's not reliving trauma, it's new. This is all new. This has never happened.
Have you thought about getting over it?
Is that what I hear? Like I'm just...
You heard what Lexi was saying, but then I have now interjected this one.
Yeah. Issa's gonna stop walking and like kind of gently like hold one's arm. Like almost for stability, like almost to ground herself where she is right now, and like try and not shake the vision, but just like not allow it to anger her further. And she's just going to be very upfront with one and just be like, listen, I don't know what's happening right now. It's not good. And I think I need your help.
She got like, you see it like, before she's kind of like just walk, like, I don't know, it's very casual, like the way she's kind of like trying to like keep up with you. And when you say that, she kind of like straightens her back a little bit. You need my help?
Yeah, I think I need your help.
How so?
I think you've done this before. And I need someone to help me do it.
Follow the path. Now.
And, something is, she's just like, she's kind of stuttering. She's just like, something, and she's trying to be quiet about it because she doesn't want the rest of the party to hear. So she'll probably start messaging one, and she's like, something is telling me to go. She's like gesturing towards the mountain, like just like something is pushing me. Like I can physically feel something on my back that is pushing me to go up that mountain, and it wants you to come with me.
Wisdom save.
Yeah.
One of these days.
He's just gonna die from psychic damage before she can get up the mountain.
That one's only an 11.
That'll fail.
2.
7
Really?
psychic damage.
Woof.
All of my healing!
Yeah.
You're still not positive.
Still not positive. Oh god.
Hey Becca, do you like playing D&D with me? Are you glad you joined?
We're in the dunking on Becca chronic.
I'm having so much fun.
Yes.
Do as I say.
And whatever it is getting angry, and but I don't want to put you in danger, and I think I know what it is, and it's bad, but I don't know. I I don't know. And this is all via message. Like, she's just kind of ranting to you now in your head, but fully stopped, like, looking at you.
For the people, like,
home.
for the people at home. We're following behind them. Like, me, Wash, and Codex was at the front. So it's just me and Wash. When they stop, do we just, like, step around them, or are we just, like...
Did we? I don't know if we did stop. Did we stop?
Yeah, I think Isa did.
Isa stopped, yeah.
I like to think we kind of walked around and, like, we maybe made it a little farther ahead, and we're like, are y'all good back there?
Yeah, I'm just trying to get to know one. We haven't really talked that much, and, I just want to get to know her better. So, sorry, we'll bring up the back.
Okay, don't fall too far behind.
Yeah.
Please don't make this worse than it has to be. Let's all try to stick together. This is Rush.
I fucking hate this guy.
Sucks. This really sucks.
This guy sucks.
Even the gods are...
Can we come back to this?
I want to. I would rather go with this group of people that know the wilds, and go to Carpet It and see what we can find for Fiara, and then potentially circle back for this. And I would also love to explain more about it at some point, but I am, like, physically and mentally being very much pulled in that direction. But I think it's very dangerous, and I don't want to put anyone in danger.
Roll another wisdom save.
What?
No way.
Roll a charisma save.
Oh, that looks...
You know, it's not my best. It's actually the worst you can do.
Oh, no.
Perfect. I was hoping that was going to be the case. You got a nat one.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Great.
Oh, no.
Okay, this is going to be necrotic damage this time.
Ooh.
Oh.
Too bad Shay's not
Love
with
that.
you. Love that so much.
10.
Now we're in the net negative.
Yeah.
That'll do it.
By this point, you buckle and fall to your knees.
Yeah. One. Listen, I don't know what it is. Well, I do. I think I know what it is.
She's like gonna like start like picking you up. It's like, let's go.
Well, as you start like picking her up, everyone will notice, like, we'll hear probably the thump of Issa falling. So,
Absolutely.
Do we want to have a conversation about what you guys were doing in the meantime with doing this thing, or was it kind of just like supporting and walking along kind of quietly?
I think Wash and I were bitching about Rush, but
Probably.
I'm sure
get a load of this bottom text.
Do you want to talk to Howl, or do you want to wait?
Yeah, because the second, like, if Issa buckles to her knees and falls out, like, Codex is gonna sprint back there, but, like, she was gonna talk to Howl.
Yeah, okay, so then let's rewind a bit. Yeah, while this is going on, Codex, you, Shay, and Howl are walking in the front of the group.
She probably just falls into step beside Howl and Shay, and, like, there's, like, a moment where she's like, so, are you guys, like, really good friends? You seem to, like, know each other, so I was just curious.
I'd say so. At least once upon a time.
Yes, Shay and I have known each other for quite a long while, so I guess you could say that.
Yes.
Are you, like, work friends?
No.
Collegiate colleagues.
Correct.
You went to college?
I did.
We both went to the summit.
Oh, okay, cool. Why?
You look like someone I know. Someone with shorter hair with the same exact white, black, pink.
Oh, yeah, you have you met my brother?
Dogma?
Yeah, we're twins.
He was one of the students of one of the professors I was a assistant to.
So did you teach, or were you, like, a student?
It's a bit of both.
Yes.
Shay and I both learned through private lessons, and
some regular classes.
And some regular classes, yes.
And we assisted where we needed to.
Both mentees of Professor Theoris.
Yes.
But I was a assistant to Professor Faslol as well.
Oh, you know Professor Thasler, that's cool. Yeah, I was really good friends with well, I'm still really good friends with his daughter.
Oh, Rhea.
Yeah.
She is a very, very bright mind.
Yeah, she's super smart. She's really cool. She taught me how to do a lot of magic stuff.
Roll
A wisdom save? A wisdom save?
Shut up! Shut up!
A wisdom save? Roll an insight check. Roll a perception check. I lied to you.
Nice cock.
Nice cock. Perception? 17.
Nice.
When looking at Howl, he has like a very split down the middle of his face, identical on both sides. It's so symmetrical. Very similar to Wash. His skin also seems to be perfect. Completely pristine. Yeah.
Get it. Everyone here is handsome and I'm ugly. I understand.
Yeah, I get it, okay?
He is a similar pale to Wash.
Yeah, she probably stares at him for like a little bit too long. just like thinking, processing, but also just kind of like getting lost in the sauce. And then
Codex, you alright?
She like blinks and she's like, "Oh yeah, I was just if you were working a lot with Professor Thearis, did you guys do like a lot of like wild magic studies and stuff?"
Sure, I know a pretty good amount about wild magic. Why?
Well, my brother was telling me that he thinks that maybe that's the kind of magic that I have, but he didn't really go, that wasn't like his focus, so we never really got into it. But I would be curious if you have any tips for me on how to not have weird stuff happen.
This is probably the first time you see him kind of like crack a little bit of a smile instead of it was like kind of like constant concern. It's unfortunately with the way that wild magic is, it just is weird sometimes. So it's not necessarily a way of stopping the weirdness, more of adapting.
It's a little hard to adapt to when you don't know it's gonna happen until it happens.
Isn't that how wild magic works?
Yes. So when the weird things happen, they're gonna be weird and
uncontrollable.
Right. But there is still a way that you can funnel the magic you have inside of you innately to your assistance, to what you need. But when the weird stuff happens, it might just happen. But usually it's nothing ever too bad. It could just be like you try to cast light and instead cast darkness. Nothing crazy, like turning you into a sheep or something.
Right, yeah, that super didn't already happen.
Yes, it didn't at all, did it, Codex?
Okay, yeah, it happened. I finally okay, that was my bad!
You're an adorable little sheep, though. So cute, little pink tops. Aww.
Yeah, but it was really scary and then Wash threw a rock at me.
What?
We did. She turned into a sheep at some point, and then we had to jump off of a wall into the wilds. That was the last time we were here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know polymorph can happen, but... Usually it's I mean, there is no usually, I guess, with wild magic, but... I've had more cases of less severe things. I guess it's a possibility. I shouldn't say it's not a possibility. So forgive me for saying that, I guess.
And then she got scared and ran away. And we had to chase her.
As sheeps do.
Yes, correct.
Or sheep do.
Okay, so wait, are you telling me that it's like I have a worse kind of wild magic? Cause like bad, like not that it's bad stuff that's happening, but it is kind of extreme. Like I think I made one fly when we were fighting the Chimera, and I make like not explosions like boom fire, but like explosions like force sometimes happen.
Sounds like your weird happenings happen faster than what I've heard before.
Yeah, they happen a lot.
I don't know. I think, and like as like he's trying to like, give an answer that might calm. Like he's really trying to give you an answer that will calm you. Is when you kind of hear thud as Issa hits the ground and everyone just stops.
Yeah, she probably just like whips around. She's like, Issa! And just like takes off.
3 limbs to the ground is what happened to Issa when she fell. She fell to her knees as well. Probably like one arm hits the ground too. Like whatever arm she was not already holding on to fell with her.
So when we turn, do we see one trying to help Issa up?
Yeah.
Okay.
When you turn around, you see one kind of like trying
Got
to
it.
pick Issa up, right?
Okay, cool. Well, Shay's definitely gonna like be taken aback a little bit and be like, "Oh my god, what's going on?" Yeah, she was bleeding worse than we thought. And then head that way.
Probably, yeah. Willow and Rush probably like turn around. This is gonna be bad. Rush is like, "What the fuck? Like, can you not just survive for like 2 seconds?" And Willow kind of like looks over at Rush. Hold on. Is she okay?
We don't know.
I think my magic must have had a negative effect on her.
Roll deception. Sorry, I'm not gonna let you finish. Roll deception.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Anyone who would like to roll insight can.
6.
I don't think we need to.
Did you say 6?
I rolled a
6.
19 for...
Yeah, all 3 of the other people that are not you guys are like,
13. No. We're all just like, liar!
I think Issa would try to give the help action in the sense like, no, she's just covering for me. I just tripped. I'll watch where I'm going.
I'll let you roll an advantage.
Well, that's not my lie. That's her lie, then.
Unless you want me to do it separately, then.
Do it separate.
Because she
That's
said,
a
no,
different
she is
lie.
lying.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay, sorry. Well,
But she's covering for
No.
me.
What'd you get?
A 3. A natural 3. I mean, it's +5, but that's... The 8 might not help us here.
I don't know how it works for everybody else, but usually I thought adventuring parties are supposed to be kind of like honest with each other.
Can you, like, not talk for a couple seconds?
Can you figure the fuck out what's going on with your...
We're
fucking-
working on it.
Really? What are you doing? Standing there with your hands in your pockets?
I'm not a fucking
Ladies. We're trying to figure it out. Sorry it's taking time. We'll wait back. We'll find you.
Does that persona like get you far places? Because
Jesus fucking Christ.
Rush, if you want to stay and figure it out with us, you can.
Feel free to sit with us.
we have to. We can't go without you.
Well, why don't you stay and they can go?
Oh, everybody, calm down. And you watch as like Willow takes off her sunglasses and like kind of like walks between everybody up to where one is helping Issa up. As I'm sure they're probably kind of like hunched a little over. And you watch as her eyes kind of like her eyes again, empty eyes that kind of just look at you. That is a nasty scar. And I'm not talking about the one in your face.
Which one are you talking about?
She kind of like cocks her head to the side a bit. As much as my friend might have a not sunny disposition to allyship, you're hiding something and it's slowly killing you from the inside, it seems. You look worse off than I saw you when we first met. And I thought she was healing you. Unless you just have bad arcane ability.
I mean, I won't deny that healing is not my MO, but I don't think it's that bad.
Issa's trying to heal herself right now. She's like, fuck.
If you try to heal yourself, it does not work. Very similar to Chill Touch, where if you get hit, you can't heal for a certain amount of time. Same thing. The necrotic damage has done you good, girl.
Since Codex ran over, she probably came like right up to Issa, like as one was helping you up, is like in the process of also helping you up. And if you let her, she'll like have like an arm around you and kind of let you lean on her.
Yeah, I'll let it. I feel like Issa's right now like kind of propped against Codex and like still holding on to one's arm and is just like not in the mood to talk to anyone else. But like Willow is pointedly asking her a question and she's just kind of like, yeah, I keep having fucking visions. I don't fucking know
When did they
what
start?
it is. I don't feel well.
When did they start?
Yesterday, last night.
Okay. Interesting. Kind of like makes these like kind of like little ticks of her face kind of move in a contemplative questioning. What are the visions saying? We don't have time for this. Rush says as he kind of like walks off and like walks back, and Willow just says, "Rush, not now."
Well, she saw her dead, what was he, boyfriend?
She's like, how far can I poke every bear till they kill me? Shay gets like murdered by everybody else. I was like, why do you guys hate Shay?
So mean, God. Oh, I guess he was, I don't know, a ghost of him?
Yeah, he looked different than when he died. He was undead. And he's part of an army, an undead army.
What?
What? Yeah, you get a what from a Willow, just like a drop jaw from Howl, and then a fucking what? Like from Rush. She was like, what the fuck is going on?
Codex, like after Rush is like, what? She's like, what?
Oh yeah, we'll catch you up later.
I think you should catch me up now. What are you talking about?
I'm going to take leadership of this entire group right now, since you don't know how to go to the wilds, and we know what we're doing, and you're the one who's buckling at the knees. What are the visions telling you?
To go up that mountain.
Well, then we go up the mountain then. Are you fucking kidding me? Says Rush, who's like just like about to have like bust a fucking gasket.
Not that I want to agree with him, but like, why up the mountain? That seems dangerous and out of the way.
I don't want to go up the mountain. I don't want to put anyone in danger. I tried to not go up the mountain and think about moving forward and following the whole party, and I couldn't, and I am getting weaker by the second. And it also feels like...
Darling, please. And you watch as like Willow walks really close up to you. She's shorter than you. You're like, what, 6'3"?
Yeah.
With or without your horns?
Without. She's tall, and then her horns are taller.
Yeah. Willow's probably about... She's kind of shorter. She's probably about 5'10". For an elf, I'll say.
Yeah, short.
She walks right up to you and looks kind of like up to meet your eyes. There could be a couple problems with this. One, this could be that beast. Two, if this is something that is lingering onto you, it could cause us problems down the road. So, maybe we go up there, see what it is, figure it out. Then we continue along our way. We can still, looking back to Rush, make it by nightfall. Then we don't have one of you falling to your fucking demise immediately to whatever vultures are out there. Because this is a tumultuous place. And you won't be able to drag her the entire way. None of you will.
Oh, Willow, I like you.
I don't want to put anyone in danger. It's very scary.
You already have. So we can either face that danger head on, or we can ignore it and have it come rearing for us at the end. I know what choice I would make.
It'll be okay. We all kind of put each other in danger by proxy anyway, so...
That's actually
Looks over to the party, like, Terrence is pecking his nose. Shay's throwing, like, knives at V2.
Wash is lighting a second cigarette off.
All while they're around, like, a minefield. Like, what is this?
Flash puts us in danger of lung cancer constantly.
Yeah.
That's secondhand smoke.
It's even more dangerous than the first hand.
Yeah.
Codex is like looking up at Issa and like it's a very genuine like it's okay, we got you. We'll go up the mountain, deal with the spooky voice, and then whatever happens happens.
I think it's a god.
What? Rush, like as Rush like screams what? You watch as like the skin of his arm and his jowls kind of like fur just kind of and his eyes kind of narrow, almost like a wolf's. Ding 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 ting ting ting. Guess what it is?
Wow, that's so crazy.
Easy now, Fido.
And he's getting real fucking angry.
Easy now, Fido. We're supposed to kill a god
Do
anyway.
you say that?
Yeah.
Don't say that.
Roll a grapple contest.
Yes!
This is funny.
It's
I'm
20.
so excited about this.
I got a natural 18, but it's +4, so 22.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I don't.
I'm casting Silvery Barbs.
That's a natural 20, so yeah.
Wash, you get advantage on your next attack, ability check, or saving throw.
As you say easy now, Fido, you watch as he like and you watch as he like he darts towards you, like you see his hand kind of like turn into a claw as he pushes you chest back, like your back lands on the ground and pushes you to the ground.
Okay, better. Then I'm gonna put him in an arm bar and like twist it.
You can certainly try to.
That's all this is going on.
That's an natural 20 with the Codex dice.
Oh, fuck your Codex dice. I wash. Use wash dice.
Remember, you have advantage. You have advantage. Use it.
26, that's worse.
Okay, yeah. He pushes you to the ground, and like you see as his like face is kind of getting a little larger, like as in the snoot area.
Boop the snoot. Boop the snoot.
He says, "You can still crack, statue," and then like releases you and gets up as Willow goes, boys. And you watch as Rush kind of just like walks away, and you see his fur goes back to like just skin.
This is the most exciting walk I've been on in a long time. Continue, Isa.
I'll reach out a hand to Wash to help him up.
No, I'm getting up.
Yeah, I do that in like a gesture of friendship, and you're like, fuck you.
Get out of the way.
Fuck you,
Terrence is
dweeb.
taking L's. Terrence is taking L's.
Isa, you said it was a god?
Yeah, and in the spirit of being very transparent, I don't think it's a good idea if everyone goes up.
That's noted of your worries. I will make the executive decision that we will all go.
Well, I've never met a god, so I'm in.
Is no one concerned which god?
No.
It's not a good one.
Or any of them.
Some are better than others. I think I'm gonna die if I don't go to the top of the mountain and release the god. So if everyone wants to
Wait,
come
really? Sorry,
with,
what?
or like she's like kind of just like smiling because she like doesn't know how to say this, but she's like, if everyone wants to come with, that's totally fine, but I do fully believe that people will die if we all go.
Well,
Well,
I
it looks
think-
like you might be.
first of all, we're not going to let you go by yourself. We're going to go with you whether you want to. Second of all, for the sake of our own personal jobs outside of this mission, I think we should just go and see what's going on.
You, looking at one. You've talked before like you are someone known for leadership. Is this need to know?
Currently, no. It could get to a yes.
What I'm saying is, as someone who is leading this expedition, and there are things that myself, my partner, and potentially our new friend might not want to share for need to know. Is this need to know? I'm respecting you and your personal accords. Sometimes secrets are important for missions. Would you like the respect of this is need to know?
Yes.
And you and your friends go up there?
Yes.
Perfect. I just ask it's reciprocated.
Understood.
We will wait for you at the bottom of the mountain.
Is
give
there
you 2
any-
hours.
Is there anything on the way up that we need to be afraid of?
There was the Chimera Den.
Sounds like you guys handled that one there.
Respect is begotten by respect, and I'm respecting you as a leader of them to lead.
Shay scoffs.
We'll be back in 2 hours to respect your time. Thank you.
Appreciated. Rush. And she kind of like turns over to Rush. She's like, yeah, just like.
Steve coming out of his ears.
I kind of like gesture to everyone. Let's go.
Shay makes sure that Isa's kind of like stable on her feet.
Issa is staring at Terrence.
Oh.
Issa's staring at Terrence, and she's just like trying to reiterate. She's like, I don't think it's safe if everyone comes.
It's not safe if you go by yourself.
I'd rather die than any of you die.
Well, let's try to make sure that doesn't happen for any of us.
Are you okay to walk?
Yeah, if we go up the mountain, I'll be fine.
Okay. She's gonna kind of give you a little space.
Issa will go first.
One gives out an audible sigh as it kind of moves away. You can hear her probably muttering in a different language.
Yes.
Why did he call you a statue?
I don't fucking know.
Shay, you hear in your head, someone's casting a message. Issa's weak. Her weak spots seem to be right now on her shoulder and in her face. If things get bad, aim there.
Understood.
Oof.
I won't let her die, but
But if
unconscious
she's-
is probably easier to deal with.
Agreed.
And if you look back, one has her rifle out now, too.
Ah.
Like slung over her shoulder.
Oh, Shay definitely sees that.
Tell Issa about the codex.
Yeah. Yeah, as soon as I think Shay does like that like kind of half glance behind her shoulder and sees that, and you see the glimmer of like 2 daggers just kind of go into her hands.
And we're walking!
And we're walking.
And
We're
we're
walking and
walking.
talking.
And you guys are just walking up, like, just so you guys know what this looks like. It's just this mountain pass that you're it's not like a trail, but it is just this way that you're kind of following whoever's... Are you walking by yourself, Issa, or do you have someone helping you hobble?
No, I'm walking by myself. She's still trying to heal herself. She's like, fucking hell.
Walking, like, Issa's just walking up by herself, and you're just kind of following her through this, like, kind of, like, desolate way up this mountain. The most plant life that's up here is, like, you know, like dead bushes and like the skinny tree here or there.
Yeah. Shay wants to actually sidle on up to you, Issa. And just like, she's just gonna walk in silence for a few beats with you.
Yeah, and Issa's just cleaning the blood off her axe. There's still some there. She's like, it's kind of one of those things where you're like hyper fixating on something to like ignore what's actually happening. She's like, there's like one smudge left, and she's like really struggling to get it off with her cloak.
Do you want to talk about it?
Not really.
Can I help at all?
What? How do you think you could help?
I don't know.
I don't know a lot about you, to be fully honest. So it's just kind of... If you want to walk together, that's good.
Have I ever hurt you?
No.
I think that's about all you really need to know. Is that I have no ill intent.
Why are your daggers out?
You can't see them.
Why are daggers out
She's
at my back?
way
Touching my
sneakier
head.
than that.
Yeah.
Ignore the knife.
Ignore the knives.
Ignore the knife pressed to your back.
I trust most of this party. I used to be all trusting, and now I'm not all trusting. And it takes a while. Not a while. It takes me very little time to trust people, I think. But this is new to me. And it's scary. And I don't like putting people in danger. And that's what's happening right now. So I am frustrated. And I don't want to do this, but I have to.
In the very short time that I've known you, you seem to have changed quite a bit, so I don't know what you may have been before, but this is clearly wearing on you in ways that no one outside of yourself could ever really fully understand.
I was happy before.
Before what? Before you met us?
No, before my partner died.
But now you hate.
But now I find myself getting angry at people and at the world. And anger is not a familiar feeling to me. Like I didn't grow up with anger. My parents they're still kind, and they've been angry once. That's just not something that I'm used to, and now I just feel anger.
And remember too that this has only been happening for like at most 20 hours, maybe.
For sure.
But this is still you've gotten mad, but like there's this, you can feel this feeling of dread and anger that is like infecting you. It's not, because obviously it's not like, wow, Issa, you've really changed. It's been 20 hours. It's like not been very long, but you can feel this kind of like just sense of anger, like a weighted blanket on you.
Issa has felt angry since graduation. It's just something that she's been, suppressing and you know what? If I just if I go on these missions and distract myself and maybe I'll figure out what happened, I'll feel better, or I will be able to stop it from happening again. But every day with this party, it seems like we learn more information and it gets worse and worse, and she's starting to bubble. I don't know if that makes sense, but I think with the visions she's been having the last 24 hours, it's just heightening everything that she's already felt. I think Issa's just nodding. I didn't lose anyone until graduation, so this is my first time experiencing these emotions, and I don't know what to do with them, and I just,
As someone who has also lost some loved ones and those dear to me, I fully understand what you're feeling, and I cannot say that it gets easier, but you learn to focus it.
Yeah. I'm sorry that you lost people.
Shay kind of half glances behind us and goes, I think we all have. I think that might be a common thread that binds this little group together.
When I had the vision yesterday, it really threw me because I hadn't seen Guy since I saw him dead. And he looked different and undead.
Shay's nodding throughout this. Well, I'm sorry for your loss, especially since it was so recent and fresh.
She just kind of nods silently.
Do you want to talk about that at all? You said it was at one of the college massacres?
No, you don't. Why is she pressing?
Am I able to kind of fend that off and not that I was going to talk about it anyway, but I just wanted to know, I'm curious.
It was my choice.
Sure. Yeah. If you want to try to,
just don't want to snap.
If you want to try to expel those thoughts, yeah. If you want to try to expel those thoughts, you can certainly try. I was just going to say it's more of these thoughts that come into your head that subtly give you influence, not necessarily a full charm, but just subtly give you influence through roleplay. But if you want to push them off, you could. But there also could be a detriment to that. If you want to put it down to a roll.
When you put it like that,
yeah, why not? Make a roll. I like it.
Yeah, fuck it. I'll make a roll. Let's have fun. This is a D&D podcast. Rolling.
Make a charisma save.
Oh. I charmed. I'm just kidding.
I thought it was a natural 1. It's not much better. It was a natural 7. 14.
14? Wow. Oh yeah, because you're a paladin and a bard.
What are you gonna do?
You feel your teeth grit. And your hands and your cheeks get really warm. It's making you angry. Really angry.
The clarification. The god is making me angry, or
the voices you hear, and just your entire being is just getting angry.
Yeah, so it's it's like Shay's question. It's being hounded and annoyed by this.
For your perspective, it's almost probably like if this was a movie or this was a show. It is a show, but if this was an animated and professionally written and acted out show, this would be the scene where it's do you want to talk about it? And so you're like shut up, just come in, it's like that. But obviously Shay just said we'll talk about it.
Yeah, it's all coming to a head.
Every drop feels like a rainfall.
Yeah.
As Coldplay once said, every teardrop is a waterfall.
As TLC said, don't go chasing waterfalls.
Don't go chasing them.
Don't, please.
Yeah.
Use them be.
Please, if the TTIY ever talks about
He sings through
waterfalls and you want to
TLCs.
chase them,
Don't
don't do it.
Let
Skip
them
the episode
rain
entirely.
Just keep to the rivers and the lakes
that you're used to.
that you're used to.
So anyway, yeah, I think so. It's all coming to a head, and she is like, she's trying to not fully expel the thoughts, but like she's trying to like mute them almost, like keep them at bay, like in the back of her mind, kind of thing. Like she doesn't.
Why would you push me out?
This voice sounds like it's trying to seduce her real hard.
We're gonna fuck when we
Baby girl, what you doing after this? What's your number? I know you're single.
Oh gosh!
Whoa.
Hey, little mama, let me whisper in your ear.
Say all the things that you want to hear.
Is it just me, or is this voice kind of hot?
is this voice hot? Issa's looking at Shay when she asks that question, and I think reflexively, like, you know, Issa's eyes like will flash blue arcane energy when she's trying to like either, it's mostly when she casts magic, but it's also like when she's trying to focus so intently on something. I think I'm trying to subdue that fucking voice that's in the back of my head that is irritating me. It's like, it's irritating me for two reasons. One is that she agrees with it. And the other reason is that, you know, it's getting in the way of my agency, and it's getting in the way of, you know, talking to Shay and being not like being present in the moment sounds like a cliche. Like that's, I just like to live in the present. But it's more just like she wants to be able to talk to these people about what she's feeling and maybe not share everything, but just kind of like be there. So I think when Shay asks me, you know, do you want to talk about it? And I'm hearing these voices and I'm trying so hard to keep them down. I think my eyes they flash blue with like an arcane energy, and I'm not casting anything, or I'm not, to my knowledge, I'm not doing anything arcane. It's just like I don't know how to phrase it. It's like, it's almost like I'm breaking a little bit, like I'm kind of like unable to control my emotions in this moment. Like when Issa is frustrated, her eyes will flash blue. When I don't agree with something that's happening and I want to stop it, like there's a little bit of blue there. Like it's kind of like that.
I'm just gonna say during this entire time, unless you say you're stopping, you're still moving. And I know this is all like in a split second thing, because I know you just said, do you want to talk about it? Yeah. This is all like, right now.
7 minutes of roleplay later.
But
Shay said,
for you trying to push this voice out, almost like this thunderous clap just like echoes in your head, and you hear,
You're trying to push me out? I am not someone you don't know. I am you. Your anger, your hatred, your violence. This is not someone else, Isabella Balador. I am you.
she completely stops walking.
Love it.
I'm gonna grab onto Shay's arm, and I think I'm just staring wide-eyed towards the top of the mountain and like trying to take deep breaths to calm myself.
As you grab Shay's arm, this would be the moment in a movie where Shay's like, you're holding really tight as you feel blood start to kind of come from your arm as Issa's scratching into you. You'll just take a damage of piercing.
It's actually smoke too, because I don't bleed.
Right.
Yeah.
So you feel your skin kind of ripping from her nails as smoke pours out.
Issa? Issa, you're holding on too tight. What's going on?
And I'm just like staring at Shay, and I don't know how to convey what just happened, and I'm just it's in my head, and I can't get it out, and it's yelling at me.
It's me. But if you guys were at the front by this point, you probably all caught up to Shay and Issa.
Well, you probably if you look over at one has like, is like, you see like the right, like,
perfect, yeah.
No, you see like she's pointing at it and being like, do I shoot? Pretty much.
Shay's gonna look at her arm and then look at the one and like shake her head, but she's kind of like, be prepared.
Yeah, I'm not. So it's not like a yield of the rifle. It's like I'm ready. I'm at the ready.
Excellent. Yeah.
The other three, Wash, Codex, and Terrence. You see, no one's hiding it. You see Issa, like almost not in a trance, like not exactly in a trance, but kind of like that, like almost like a paralysis. Like she's trying to breathe. Yeah. She's trying to like get together. Like you probably see little twitches here or there of her trying to like just keep composure as she's holding onto Shay's arm that is like ripping. The skin is ripping behind Shay's arm as you watch like kind of like blackish greenish smoke fall out, or like gray, dark gray. It's like fun dip. Fun dip. Yeah, no.
Start playing it like fog.
You see one just like stop and holding a rifle, her rifle. You just see her kind of like widen her stance and like pointing in the direction of Issa and Shay, but you can probably assume who she's pointing at.
What the fuck?
Is everything good?
I think it's getting worse as we get closer.
What is?
Whatever has its hold on her, she says it's getting louder, it's yelling in her head.
Yeah, if you need to let some aggression out or something, maybe ask to hit someone. That might work a bit easier.
That sounds like a great idea.
And that's not a voice you hear, that's a feeling you get.
Oh.
As I am feeling compelled by Wash's offer, I think I'm still looking at Shay and just trying to, like, physically shaking my head no, and like kind of trying to shake it off one last time. I don't know how much longer.
Roll another charisma save. This will be a charm. If you have advantage against it. You the only one that has advantage because you're an elf.
Probably, yeah.
I have advantage because I'm charming.
I don't think it says that.
It doesn't. It says my mom says I'm very charming.
-5.
My mom says I'm very handsome.
Minus on the charisma rolls be like.
Like everybody's looking at Issa though, right? Like we're all kind of like.
Yeah, unless someone's going to one and going, "What are you doing, pointing a gun?" Like
I kind of was like, "Oh, she gave me the hand."
Yeah. And I gave like the hand of like stand down, pretty much.
Because I think Codex is like taking in this whole fucking situation, and she kind of like looks around. And if she's back with Wash and Terrence, I think she's gonna like nudge Terrence and cast message. To Terrence's head. I'm not doing subtle spell. You can know that I'm casting message, but I assume focus is kind of centered on Issa. She's gonna cast message in Terrence's head and be like, "What if we just go to the top really quick and deal with whatever it is to stop? Like Issa's here. She can't move forward. What if we just go deal with it now?"
Can I respond in message, or do I have to respond out loud?
Yeah, you can.
In message.
Yeah.
I was thinking the same thing, but I actually think getting her up there faster is the better idea.
Good cast message again. Don't you think it'll make it worse?
Or it's reacting poorly because she's not there yet? I don't know. I don't think we can go up there without her, but because it seems like the longer she's out of it, the worse it gets.
Issa, what'd you get for your roll, by the way?
Is that important?
No!
That one.
Oh my god.
We have fun here.
We're all gonna be fine, guys.
What is this?
Well, Wash is like, "You want to fight?" She's like,
What does this standing area look like? So Issa's right next to Shay. Where is Wash? Where is Codex? Where is Terrence? Where is one? I know one is probably the furthest away from Issa.
feel like if they're in the center, if you two are in the center, we're kind of like around and one is like off to the side a little.
I was gonna say Wash walked up to Issa to say that, like, if you want to hit something.
Yeah. And the way I envisioned it, as soon as like Issa grabbed Shay's arm, I was gonna like turn to face her and like kind of hold her shoulders at that point, so that I'm facing her. I see one behind her pointing her rifle, and then like everyone else coming up. So basically, Issa and Shay face to face. Issa up towards the mountain, Shay downwards at everybody else.
And probably like Wash like somewhere like behind your shoulder.
Yeah.
Not like there, but like like somewhere like
to the side of whichever.
Okay.
And me and Codex are standing next to each other somewhere in between Wash and one.
I would say Wash is closer to the free hand of Issa.
You just want to get hit.
Yeah.
I offered.
Yeah, Wash is like, hit me!
Make my blood rise.
Shay. Make a dex save.
Okay.
Sorry to think.
I was ready for you to say make a death save.
Just straight dex.
Dex save. Sorry.
24.
Okay. Okay.
You're like, that fails.
No. That's
We're all like, oh.
Yeah, it's like, you needed a 32.
Yeah. Are you all glad I joined this podcast? Isn't this fun?
Yeah.
Isn't
Actually.
this nice?
Yeah, actually. It's great.
I'm enjoying it.
Almost like in slow motion, you kind of like watch like as like time stops for a second for you, just in like your perception. This is just for your perception. You watch as like it seems like out of Issa's mouth pours red, and from her eyes it looks like these red horns grow out of her eyes. All spectral, all transparent. You can still kind of see through them. And you see her hands start to have like this red glow around her hands as she like is like in this slow time slowdown for you as she's reaching back for her axe. I'm gonna say this is gonna be one of those moments where I'm making up a thing, and we'll see if it's a thing that you can do later. You get this like just like this feeling from your own connection to what happens after life, that kind of just like you kind of let out a gasp, and almost like, and everyone sees this is all very instant. You all will watch as for Shay it looks like she literally just becomes mist and goes behind Wash, as for you just and just move like without you even realizing it, you just move in this kind of green grayish mist as Issa kind of like buckles down and swings with her great axe right at Wash's abdomen, as if cutting in the middle. When she swings all the way around, turning in a full 180, you watch as this like kind of like red arcane, like this is again all innocent. You watch as this red arcane axe slices through Wash's chest, and I'm gonna have to make a roll.
You asked for it.
Yeah.
I'm victim blaming.
What's your max HP?
55.
94 damage.
Holy
Oh,
Oh, you don't die. Okay.
Yeah.
but
That's
down.
what I asked.
Yeah.
I get no reactions.
No, it's
so fast.
Again, you would if it was not fast, but this is literally a god possessing Issa. So this is like a millisecond.
Yeah.
It just kind of like it's there is a gasp of surprise. Like if it was a god, this would be this. He doesn't need to come up to you stealthily. He gets a surprise round.
Yeah.
Two
No,
death
I
saves
am
you made.
dead.
You are
What?
Yep.
How?
Because we're still hurt from a fight.
Yeah, I'm at 26 health.
But I thought it was only if you go double
It's
your
your max.
What was
yeah.
it? 94?
94. So
Yeah,
it's double your
that's
max.
because 67 over death. I'm dead.
But no, it's double your max, isn't it?
It's whatever
your
the damage,
max.
whatever the. So what's your max?
55.
Yeah.
Yeah, if he was at 55,
Yeah.
to kill him I would have to get 110 or more.
Yeah.
Because I have to get him down to 0 and then 55 more. So yeah, if you're under 50,
Yeah.
94,
Yeah.
you watch as
Holy shit.
as Issa, when she does that quickly, it just slices through Wash as Wash falls in 2 pieces. And that is where we'll pick it up next time.
Oh my god, no!